guys, Rhonda without an H here with you. Today I have a quick little something to share with you. I took some Christmas cards, and these are Hallmark. I picked them up in a thrift store. I don't know when, but I just love the image. I thought it was really sweet. So you have a simple little Christmas card, but it's, it's nice, but I thought, how fun would it be to jazz it up just a little bit so that for that special someone that you want something just a little bit extra, but you don't want to go to a whole lot of trouble. This is what I came up with. So this has deli paper that I have spritzed a little bit of blue, and I've kept the verse the same. So I'm going to show you what I did. And as you can see, this has a lot of deliciousness, texturing lace. We've got lace and paper and fabric and ribbon and some fun fabric and paper and anyway. So this is what we're gonna do. So first of all, you need a card and I would recommend going to the thrift stores and just seeing what they've got. I mean, play with some really inexpensive ones, or maybe at the dollar store, so that it doesn't cost too terribly much. So first of all, what I do is I cut it in half. So of course, Rhonda the quilter, she must use her rotary cutter and all that. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use this in a minute. Now I'm just going to rip around the image. I want to make it so that it's nice and soft. This is just got a fun, quick little something that you can do in just a really short period of time to just make one or two cards, or you can do a whole bunch if you've got if you're lucky enough to get some of the images that for really inexpensive, and just have a fun time with it. Okay, so, ooh, deli paper. We love deli paper. Okay, so I am going to just put a little bit of blue around the edges. And actually, it works better if I just hold it up like this. What are you working on right now? Are you getting ready for Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? Maybe Happy Hanukkah, or I'm not sure what some of the other holidays are during this time, but it's just kind of a fun holiday season. Okay, this, very simple, very simple. Okay, now we'll set this aside, and I'm showing you my supplies. I bought this, it's Paper Studio. I bought it when it was on sale, where they go way cheap. And look, it's a little bit upside down. Maybe that's why it was on sale. And this one is holidays, and I took this particular paper, and it's thinner, which works kind of nice for what I'm doing because of the layering and such. And I have a little bit left over. The one sheet there made these two cards, and I have enough left over to make another one. Of course, it will depend upon what size of card you need. And this one, this is 6 1/4 inch by 4 1/4 inch. So I want to do a 6 by 4. No, that's not right. This needs to be the full size of the card. So this piece, which is going to be my background, I'm going to make the 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay. So this is going to be the front. Then I'm just going to decorate it a little bit. A friend brought over to me the other day some really pretty placemats that she picked up in a thrift store. She knew that I would love them. And Pat and Tom, I'm so happy you're married. I have no idea who you are, but thank you for the lovely placemats. Anyway, so I'm going to cut a piece of this off because it's really pretty and lacy. And let me show you. On this particular card, I have that. The placemat is down underneath in the corner on the top. And on this one, the placemat is down underneath on a corner on the bottom. So I think we'll go with the top. And because it was 6 1/4 and 4 1/4, I'm going to do it just under 6 and just under 1/4. And we've got some more to use on another project. So we will add this. Okay. All right, this is starting to look pretty good in relatively short period of time. I also used on these, I'm trying to do these just pretty much the way I did so that you see one completed. I've got here a little dictionary down the little part of a dictionary page that I've stitched on. And then I have this lace that I'm going to stitch on. And I've got part of this and this come from this old handkerchief. So what I need to do, you can hear the crinkle crinkle. Here's I'm going to do 2 of these at the same time. I have some blue ink. This deli paper is going to be the inside. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and spritz that. And then I'll let that dry. And then she said, by the way, on my inks, I mix them with warm water just to get it mixed, and then I put alcohol, rubbing alcohol in it because it dries out faster than water, and it also kills germs. Okay, so now I'm going to spritz my handkerchief. I'm going to do the whole thing since I'll be using this on more than one card. All right. So then what I would do, well, what I will do, I'm going to turn this off, and I am going to use my blow dryer. Well, it's not a blow dryer, my heat gun. Here's my heat gun. Well, let's see. Maybe it'll work. I want to get that dry So I can go ahead and use that. It's really, really a soft linen. It's not a linen, it's like a cotton lawn. Okay. Actually, that didn't take very long at all. So we get that out of the way. And I want to cut a piece. So let's just do that. And then I kind of want to fray it. I want to rough it up a little bit so that it's not like all nice and pretty. See what I'm doing? Just kind of with my fingers and, ooh, I even ripped it a little bit. We'll see how that works. That could be good though. Sometimes these little accidents that you have turn out to be, you're like, why didn't I do this in the first place? So, okay, so we got some fun things to work with here. So, next, it's just a matter of, like for instance, I will glue this down. And I have been using, actually, I've heard a lot of people that I admire and watch on YouTube channels. I've heard a lot of people talk about the fabric tack. And so with my 40% off coupon one day at Joann's, I bought me one. I thought, you know, I've got to try this. Got to try this. Okay. And then, now we want to play with this and just kind of scrunch it a little bit to give it, we want it peeking out on the bottom and the sides a little bit. Let's see. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad. We'll just tuck that under just a little bit there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take this to my sewing machine. I'll be just a second. In fact, I could sing you some music while we're waiting. I'm just doing this really quick, you guys. Just stitching around. You can hear me. It's just a lot harder to move my camera around, so I'm kind of cheating this way. I hope you don't mind. I'm trying to be speedy, and then I do a little back stitch. Okay, here we go. So I just stitched around, and I like frayed, but I don't like long strings. So I'm going to trim these just a little bit. So they're still hanging out. And this I probably am not crazy about. So I think I'm going to rip that completely. Oh yeah, I like that better. Isn't that cute? Okay, it's coming along. So now we need to add a little bit of some dictionary paper. And you can try to, I think I want to keep it to this side. Pick which side you want. And then I am going to, let's see, what am I working with? Then I'm going to edge this just a little bit again. Can you see that? Just a little bit. Or you could, and I did this on the first one, I just spritzed it with the blue ink and let it dry, and that was fine too. Okay. So we're going to put this on right there. We'll just glue, glue, glue. This is just a fun thing that's kind of a no-brainer. You get yourself going, and then you just sort of visit while you're making it work. All right, that's looking good. Next, I've got my lace and ribbon together, and I'm going to cut that. All right, so this will go here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue a little bit of this. Can you see that? I'm probably in the way. I hope you can. I'm just trying to hurry and get this done. I have a tendency to work on things, get them done, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't show my friends how to do this. I should have done that. So what a person can do, if you really want to stitch a lot, you can stitch here, you can stitch the dictionary paper down. This I will stitch. So hang on just 1 second. I'm trying to be authentic and do this as I go so that you can really tell you really can do it in a short period of time. The weather here it's so beautiful today. It's cold, but we've got the sun shining, and it's just so pretty outside. Okay, so I'm trimming off there again a lot of that. This is looking really good. Really good, you guys. Okay, now I'm at the point where I want to put this, and where is my verse? What did I do with the verse? Where's the verse? Here's the verse. All right, so we're going to put this together. So I'm going to bring those together like so. All right, I'm going to push my threads so that they're on the front side. And I'm taking, this is just first aid tape. Just really simple. And I'm putting it down. It's pretty see-through. Okay, where's my bone folder? So then I just, and if I'm not hurrying, if you're not hurrying to get it done, then you can take the time to go ahead and make sure it's lined up just perfectly, just the way you want it. So here's the verse. Now, to make this a little bit more special, and to also, cover up my stitching a little bit, and where I put the card back together, I'm going to use my deli paper. So I want 6-inch, and my deli paper is 9 by 12. And my card is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And so 6 inches gives just a nice little border, okay, around. So you can see that's going to have just a nice little border there. And I look at this, and I'll put it in here, and I see I need to trim off, because I don't want it outside of the card. So I'm going to trim off about 1/2 inch here. Okay? Look how nice. Doesn't that look nice? Already, it's just like, wow, this is turning out very cool. So then I get double-sided scrapbooking tape, which is right here. I lay this down the center, and I take it almost to the edge, but not quite, because my paper, my deli paper, is not going to go clear to the edge. And I make sure that that's on neatly. I use a bone folder or something, a straight edge, to lay it on so that it doesn't, so the tape stays, and just the cover of the tape I'm peeling up. Come on. All right. Then I'm just going to eyeball this neatly. And there we have it. Now you can do a couple of things here. You can leave it as is, and then they would see this. You can do this, where you just tack around the outsides just a little bit so that they won't see the stitching. And see how well that holds, and you can't tell that that tape is down underneath there. It's covered beautifully. So then you can leave it like this. This is a nice touch, kind of a designer look. Or you can do like I have done here, and I put more of that tape over my verse, and then when I laid it down, then it stands out, so you really see it. You can see the difference here. Okay? But it really is, I mean, it's up to you, because this is cool too. I like this. In fact, I think I might leave that on this one. So then there's just a couple of other things to do. You can leave it here at this point. I think it's very beautiful. But I added a little bit more lace and handkerchief and some simple little flowers that you can buy in any craft store. And so that's what I may do here. So that's just a matter of just taking a little bit of lace, and let's see, trying to scrunch this. I really am trying to do this quickly so that you can really see she's doing one from start to finish. And of course, you know, your process, the longest part will be probably getting your supplies together and deciding, do I want this? Do I want that? How do I like this? This kind of looks cool. Now look, remember this? Look, 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 you guys. Yes, total yes. Okay. We're going to scrunch that up on top, just like so. And there's even another little piece that was taken off. And then I am going to glue this fabric tack. It's pretty cool. It really is pretty cool. Okay, I've got glue on the back of that. I'm going to center that. Just like that. The card is done. Is that gorgeous? How pretty. You know, how special. And it didn't take a ton of time. You didn't have to come up with everything. You just have to kind of find a card, or you maybe have some that could be wonderful but aren't exactly wonderful just yet. And just to remind you, let's see if I have got one left. To remind you what the what it looked like. These are the other cards that are in this little set that I had picked up at a thrift store. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a bit of difference. One, it looks like you spent hours and hours and hours. And one, it looks like you picked up a pretty card from the store, which is okay too. All right, until next time, have a fabulous day, guys. Bye now.